Good morning, everybody. Sacktown Pete back at it again. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope everyone's having a great morning. I want to talk about DeMarcus Cousins on a possible return to Sacramento and why I think the Sacramento Kings should not bring back DeMarcus Cousins. A couple days ago, Carmichael Dave on Twitter, tweeted out, who could be the actual players that are available on the market right now that are free agents that haven't been signed to teams that could benefit and help the Sacramento Kings. And he mentioned that DeMarcus Cousins could be an option where the Kings may look at and bringing him off the bench. And DeMarcus Cousins sees it on Twitter. He goes on to tweet out. He goes on to reply, "I would love to help Sac get back to the playoffs." And nothing against DeMarcus Cousins. I don't see that happening. I don't see the Kings signing him. Why would you want to bring in a guy that his character speaks for itself? He is who he is. And the fact that we've seen that throughout his tenure here in Sacramento, and the fact that we made the trade back in 2017 when we got rid of him, and he spoke pretty badly about the organization. And he is who he is, guys. I just don't see it happening. I don't want it to happen. And this is nothing against you DeMarcus Cousins fans, and this is nothing against DeMarcus Cousins himself. I have a hard time believing that he makes us better, even if he's coming off the bench and backing up Sabonis. No way. I'm staying away from Cousins. That ship has sailed. I know a lot of my people that are mutual with me, and a lot of people that I see want the reunion to happen, and I don't want it to happen. I just don't. I feel like we're building something special. We're growing with one another, and the chemistry is great right now. We are clicking. We've won three out of the last 5 games, and we're 4-6 right now after starting 0-4. Why would you want to bring in a guy with this, character that he is and what he's done? I just have a hard time seeing that how he would help the Sacramento Kings team. I'm not being biased. I'm not being a hater, but I just think that we should stay away from Cousins, man. I mean, can you imagine? We're trying to break a 16-year drought, and the chemistry's good and whatnot, and then all of a sudden you bring in Cousins. He's arguing with the coaches. He's fighting with the players on the bench. Listen, guys, you know where I'm going at with this. I just don't think that DeMarcus Cousins is a player you can bring in when you've changed the culture, when you're toxic free. And the fact that it hurts me that he came out and has talked bad about the organization multiple times. Multiple times. And the fact that he wants to come back now and try to help this team get back to the playoffs. If I'm Monty McNair's staff, I would stay away. Now, I will say this. The only way I could see us bringing DeMarcus Cousins back is if Monty McNair goes to our 2 cornerstones in De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis and gets their input on it. Because let's face it, Monty got their input on the head coach hiring process, and they brought in Coach Brown for that, and that was, they got their approval to bring in Coach Brown. So only way I could see this is the fact that he goes to Fox and Sabonis and gets their input on bringing Cousins in. And if Fox and Sabonis are okay with it, then who am I to judge and who am I to talk? But honestly speaking, I could see this going south, man. I mean, you're trying to break the 16-year drought. You're trying to make the playoffs and be a playoff caliber team. You got good continuity. You have good chemistry with one another right now in the locker room. And bringing in a guy who has had his run-ins with multiple coaches here in Sacramento, who's fought with players, who's fought with coaches during his time here in Sacramento. I know internally players in the past that have spoken that they don't want to play with this guy. I mean, the big reason why he's still unsigned and out on the market, I just think that I don't know how the hell you can bring in a guy that's done that to multiple teams, and not just here in Sacramento. Everywhere he's gone, he's been an issue. In Denver last season, the issue with Will Barton fighting and arguing on the sidelines. We don't need that right now. We do not need that here in Sacramento. The incident with Devin Booker, in the playoff game, inbounding the ball, DeAndre Ayton makes the game-winning shot at the buzzer. He throws the ball at Booker. He pushes Devin Booker. Like, look, man, I can go on and on about this guy and the fact that he is who he is and he hasn't changed not one bit. And why would you guys want to bring in this guy to your organization and just ruin the chemistry and ruin and being the toxic guy that he is? You guys can come at me, guys, at all you guys want, but I'm telling you guys straight up, this wouldn't be a good signing, guys. This is just my opinion at the end of the day, and maybe I might be wrong. Maybe they do get him. Maybe he comes in. Maybe he buys in. Maybe he turns it around. Maybe he's super helpful to this organization and team. But just based on history and his tenure here in Sacramento, and then him going to other teams, the Denver Nuggets and the Lakers and the Golden State Warriors, I'm staying away from him if I'm Monty McNair's staff. Now I will say that Mike Brown was one of the assistant coaches in Golden State when DeMarcus Cousins did play his solo year there in Golden State, where they made it to the finals and then they lost to the Raptors. Maybe Mike Brown might be one to give this guy a chance, but I just don't see how he fits in, especially with our up-tempo play style of play as well. We want to run and gun. We want to get out and get buckets and shoot and transition and get up and down the court. He doesn't fit that as well. Like, he's big, he's a slow dude, and I just have a hard time believing the fit-wise and how he could fit in here with this. So, with that being said, let me know your guys' thoughts on this, because I know it's so controversial. I know that there's still a fan base in Sacramento for DeMarcus Cousins. And listen, don't get me wrong. I love DeMarcus Cousins. When his tenure here with Sacramento, I enjoyed it. I thought he was fun to watch. Obviously, elite talent in his prime. Arguably the best center in the game at the time when he was here with us for a couple seasons. But it got repetitive, man. After 4 or 5 years, after 4 years, it got repetitive. It's the same old rinse and repeat with Boogie Cousins, and I just don't want to bring that back. So let me know your guys' thoughts on this DeMarcus Cousins tweet and saying he wants to come back and help Sac get to the playoffs. I mean, can you imagine him trying to be the number one option and just ruin the chemistry and then being toxic in the locker room or on the bench? I don't think De'Aaron Fox or Sabonis would want that. That's just my opinion. So, with that being said, guys, that's going to do it for me today's video. We got the Lakers tonight. Should be a fun game. The Sacramento Kings should be coming out with firing all cylinders, and they should be able to get this win tonight against the Lakers. So I'll see you guys later on tonight. You guys take care. God bless. Keep pushing forward. Have a great Friday. Catch you guys in the next video. Peace.